Hey kids, it's our last day talking about how the Power Rangers are like people in the Bible. Well, except the Power Rangers are fake and the people in the Bible are actually real and actually alive once. So, get ready! You all know that the Power Rangers were just normal kids until they needed and got their powers from Zordon, right?
I loved watching the Power Rangers when I was a kid.
Okay, good. So when Jesus came to Earth as a baby, he actually was a normal person and was only able to do amazing things because of his relationship with God. In fact, that's one reason he came, to show us how a relationship with God can give us the ability to do amazing things.
Wow, that's so cool. I didn't realize he didn't have power down here.
It's true, and he modeled exactly how we should live to have that power. So one day, Jesus took 3 of his disciples, Peter, James, and John, to a high mountain to be alone with them and pray. All 3 were bold and not afraid to tell the truth to others. Little did they realize that Jesus was about to reveal himself to them as he never had before.
What does that mean?
Well, they had seen Jesus perform mighty miracles. They knew he was God's anointed one, the Christ. Now Jesus was going to be seen for who he really was, God's Son in all of his power and glory.
It says in Matthew 17, verses 1 through 3, Jesus went up the mountain to pray. And as he prayed, his body changed. He glowed. He was shiny and white as snow.
Were the disciples feeling okay? Or were they a little cuckoo?
Yes, this really happened. Jesus morphed. He changed. He didn't change because of some heavenly light was shining down from heaven. His appearance changed because his true spirit came out in a radiant splendor.
He appeared as the only real superhero we have, the Son of God. The 3 disciples were amazed and afraid. Wow.
I know, right? They also saw Moses and Elijah, who represented the law and the prophets, talking to Jesus. Do you remember who Moses and Elijah were?
They had hundreds of years before Jesus was born on earth. Peter knew he was seeing a vision from heaven. Moses and Elijah told Jesus he would die when he went to Jerusalem. Then they vanished.
Then Peter started asking Jesus about building 3 memorials for Jesus, Moses, and Elijah. But just then, a brilliant cloud came down and covered them, and the 3 disciples fell to the ground in fear.
Then God told them that Jesus was his son and to listen to whatever he had to say.
As Jesus' followers today, we should listen to what Jesus says. We do this when we obey what is written in the Bible and when we pray and have quiet time.
Jesus told the disciples not to tell anyone what had happened until he rose from the dead. He wanted to keep it secret.
The disciples wondered what he meant about rising from the dead. But after Jesus rose from the grave, they all understood.
And when Peter was older, he told everyone what had happened.
Today, this story isn't a secret anymore. We can tell everyone we know that Jesus is the Son of God and that he is the greatest Power Ranger in the whole wide world.